right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to another amazing episode here on the Train of Sean podcast. Today, I'm going to break down something that I've been recently just researching, like on my own time. Something that I like to do a lot of research on, specifically nutrition and like the chemical reactions inside the body, metabolic rate, all those different things. Why? Because it's important for us to understand these things. It's important for you to understand what you're made of, what creates certain things. How does your body react to this? How does your body react to that? It's important to understand what you ingest every single day, right? You eat calories, you eat energy, you eat carbs, proteins, fats, you eat minerals, you eat trans fat, you eat sugar, you eat saturated, unsaturated, like you eat all these different things that we have no idea what it is. If you look inside a product and look on the nutrition facts and check out the ingredients, how much of that do you know what it is? Like, do you understand what that ingredient is? Do you understand what it does? Do you understand what it does inside the product? Like, I'm not expecting you or even myself to understand every sort of chemical or product that is inside of a specific product because that's just too much. But if you are eating something on a regular basis, on an everyday basis, I think it's important to understand what you're putting inside your body. Why? Because this is your body, right? You have a specific structure and the functionality of what your body is capable of doing. And it's up to us to either give value to that or to dock it down, to not give to our health, right? So today I've been asked, okay, a few questions. And a big question I always get asked is always nutrition based, but one of the most like the biggest topics or subjects that have been coming up right now are like labels, sugar free, fat free, high protein, all that stuff, right? Is it true? Now, I want to specifically talk about what sugar free is and what a non-caloric sweetener is, like an artificial sweetener. Like, is it better to have a sugar-free substance than just the sugar in general? Now, I want to break it down. I'm going to talk specifically about psychological things that kind of come together with eating sugar-free things or non-caloric artificial sweeteners and eating actual sugar, right? And I'm also going to talk about oh my gosh, guys, I'm gonna choke on my saliva. But then I'm also going to talk about majority of the scientific things that come down inside your body whenever you ingest something of this sort, right? A sugar-free or something with sugar. So what is sugar, right? Sugar is a carbohydrate. If you look at nutrition facts, you will see, like, let's take Coke, for example. It's a liquid. Okay, so it's a simple carbohydrate. Your body can digest and absorb it very easily. So whenever you look at the back, it's going to say 39 grams of sugar for the 12 flowing ounces, the cans, right? That 39 grams of sugar, if you look at the carbohydrates, it'll also say 39 grams. Now, that is not 39 grams of sugar and 39 carbohydrates. Those 39 carbohydrates are the 39 grams of sugar. You take those 39 grams, you times it by 4, and then you can see the big number, which is your calories. Okay, because every 1 gram of carbohydrates is 4 calories, like I've mentioned before. Now, whenever you do that math, you can see the calories. Now, the one thing I like to do is I like to see how accurate certain things are because those calories are going to be they're a number that has obviously been given through the manufacturers that test the energy, right? They put it in like this, like to simplify, they put it in this like little chamber and they freaking burn it. And the energy that gets put out is kind of what number of calories that it is, like how much energy is in this specific substance. And then they create the nutrition facts. So whenever whenever you look at the nutrition facts and you see the carbohydrates and sugars, okay, don't think that it's double. Don't think it's 39 grams of sugar and 39 grams of carbohydrates. It is the same number. And if you times that by 4, you'll see the calories. Now, what I like to do is see how accurate those calories are. Now, sometimes, all right, I think 12 flowing ounces for Coke is 140 calories. So I'm not 100% sure what the math is, but if you take 39 and times it by 4, you'll get a number. How close is that to the calories that they put on the can? Is it far? Is it away from 100 calories? Is it like how much is the tolerance level? Is there 10 calories that is like further away or close together? Or how close is the number that you're getting from doing the math compared to the calories that you see on the can or on the product, right? In the nutrition facts. Now, how do they make something sugar free? Okay, now it is a non-caloric, okay, artificially sweetened substance that gives your body, gives your tongue, your taste buds, the kind of the same thing that a regular sugar does. Okay. Now, this is what's been fascinating. And I'm going to drop, if you check the show notes, ladies and gentlemen, very important for you to check the show notes all the time. I'm going to put where I found this information. Okay. The articles of specific people who've done research and who have been through and obviously done their fair share of research on the specific topic. I'm going to put the link down below in the show notes where I found it. So you can go and check it out too if you want to learn more in-depth stuff. Because obviously I'm not a scientist. I just read things and try to simplify it for you guys and myself. But a non-caloric artificial sweetened or sweetener is a chemical, basically a product that gives your body the understanding of this is sweet. Now, if your body thinks something is sweet, whenever you eat something sweet that is naturally sweet, what does your body do, right? It pushes out this thing called insulin. Now, with insulin, right, it helps your body to be able to break down the sugar, specifically sugar, and use it, put it somewhere, make it into energy, do something with it, okay? Whenever you're eating a lot of sugar inside your day, your insulin levels are spiking. Okay. This is why we become diabetic, right? Type 2. This is why these things begin to happen inside your body. This is why your health takes a hit whenever you abuse these specific things that our body's been given, right? Sugar, especially sugars, But now you have this non-caloric, okay, artificially sweetened sweetener or product. So it's artificially sweetened, okay, and it's non-caloric. So the thing that you see right there is non-caloric. So if it doesn't have any calories, that means I'm not going to gain weight. Okay, perfect. But what happens whenever you ingest the artificial sweetened product or substance, right? Your body's still going to think that this is a sugar. So it could possibly continue to raise insulin levels, even though there's no calories inside of this sweetener. Now, this is crazy to me because majority of people want to go to Coke Zero or Diet Coke or put artificial sweeteners inside their teas or all this other stuff, right? Because they think, what? What do you think? Right? What do you think whenever you are putting this in or whenever you see sugar free? You think there's no sugar because you think sugar is bad. You think sugar is what makes you gain weight when all sugar is a carbohydrate. So carbohydrate has 4 calories per 1 gram. So if you have that 4 calories per 1 gram and you have a product that has 39 grams of sugar, just like soda, Coke, and that equals out to 140 calories or whatnot, then that's how many calories that you're eating, right? That's how many calories you're consuming. But you have Coke Zero, which has different ingredients in both, obviously, to mimic some sort of flavor to give your body no calories. But that's all it's given to you. Whenever someone comes up to the FDA, they say, hey, I have this product. I want to make 0 calories. This is 0 calories. I do it this way. Is it cool? They check the chemicals. They check what's in the product. They see if it's safe or whatever kind of safe. And they see that you are true to what you're saying. This is Coke Zero. You do the test. Okay, 0 calories. Boom. You can put it on the shelf. If it's created with all these different types of substances that create that zero effect, it's okay. Right? They're not going to digest into every single thing. They're not going to figure out what every single ingredient is as long as you put the ingredients on there and the consumer knows, in quotes, knows, because majority of us are just grabbing stuff off the shelf, not even looking at it, right? But if it's labeled on there, then it's all good. This is why checking fine print on specific things that you purchase or whatever, you need to make sure you read that fine print, right? That's what people always say. Read the fine print. Read the ingredients whenever you buy a product because it's important, especially when it's sugar-free. And you'll see, compare something. The other day, I compared caramel, however you want to say it, guys. I compared it, right? Just the regular like syrup you put on your ice cream or whatever. There is more calories in the sugar-free caramel than there is in the sugar. And to me, that was like already like, what is going on? So look at the ingredients. Obviously, they're a lot different. And there's obviously this thing called sugar, right? Sugar, alcohol, I believe, or alcohol, sugar, one of the two. And you look behind there, right? So what is that? It's an artificial thing. It's still something that is still sugar, but the FDA can accept alcohol, sugar, or sugar alcohol, and they can put it on a product because it's still there. So is it truly sugar free? If you're still consuming, it was 10 calories difference. So the sugar-free caramel was 10 calories more than the actual sugar regular caramel. So now these are the different types of manipulations that products, produce, or things that we consume, right? Things that are in boxes that people process for us to eat. This is why they put these labels on there. So you as a consumer can purchase, because obviously majority of us don't understand what sugar-free means, or what fat-free means, or if it's even good for you, or when in your diet does it even play a good role? When can you accept these things inside your body? Like, when are these things actually good for us, right? So whenever you ingest a non-caloric, artificially sweetened product, or just a sweetener itself, you put it in your tea, or you just have something that is artificially sweetened, you are still telling your body that you are eating an artificially sweetened product, which means it is still sweet, which could still continue to spike your insulin levels inside your body, but it's non-caloric. So you're not eating calories, because they have found a way to give you a sweet taste through different chemical substances that get put together to create the sweet taste, and give you it so you can have that sweetness, but with no calories. Now, obviously, us as consumers, people who enjoy sweet things, people who enjoy ice cream and enjoy this other crap, they want to have that sugar free, because they think, oh, that's good for me. Hell yeah, it's sugar free. I'm going from 10 grams of sugar to 0 grams of sugar. But then they don't see the sugar alcohol, or you see the sugar alcohol and you think, okay, well, I don't know what that is. So it just says sugar 0. So, okay, we're just going to go with that. You compare the calories. Maybe the sugar-free one is less by 20 calories. Oh, this is 20 calories less. Okay, I'm going to go for this one. But then you check the ingredients and there's so much more. Ladies and gentlemen, sugar is natural. Regular sugar is created from a plant. It's sugar that is made, right? It's made into sugar. So you take a plant. I'm not sure what kind of plant it is, but you take a plant, whatever plant it is that they make it, and they create sugar. Non-caloric, artificially sweetener, that sugar, artificial sugar, is man-made, just like trans fat, right? You see trans fat, that stuff is created through processing and processing and processing and processing, and then it's fat that is the most hardest to burn as energy, because it's man-made. It's a man-made fat, not like saturated or unsaturated or polyunsaturated or monounsaturated. All those are, they are good fats, and they play a good role inside your body, right? Obviously, saturated fat, if you have too much of it, obviously not too good. But whenever you go down into sugar, sugar is natural. Fructose, sucrose, like all these things, sucrose, all these things are good sugars and good things for your body. Obviously, if you have too much of it, it's obviously going to spike insulin. It's also going to be a carbohydrate that your body sees 4 calories for. And it's easy to eat a bowl of grapes. And those bowl of grapes could equal out to 35 grams of sugar, right? I'm not 100% sure. I'm just throwing it out there. But a bowl of grapes could equal 35 grams of sugar, which is equivalent to a soda, basically, right? To a Coke. So can you have the Coke or the grapes, right? And it's either or. Your body's going to see it the same. Your body's going to view it the same. Whenever it comes down as energy, those calories, your body's still going to see it as the same object, as the same outside consumption or ingredient that's going inside your body for your body to utilize. Now, whenever you put a artificial sweetener inside of your system, then your body's like, I don't know what this is. It tastes sweet. It is sweet. Bump up insulin just in case, because we have no idea what this foreign object is doing inside of our body. It has no energy. So we're just going to spike insulin. Whenever you spike insulin, then it's going to do more harm to obviously your body, especially if someone is already overweight or going into the obese side, or already has type 2 diabetes, right? Yes, maybe this thing, or maybe these diet Cokes, or maybe this sugar-free or whatever crap is still not giving your body sugar, but your body's still going to see something as sugar, and it's still going to bump up insulin for a precaution. Not all, but still a majority, a good majority of it, still a good percent of insulin will be spiked. Not as much as regular sugar, but then your body has all these foreign ingredients inside of it, all these different type of chemicals, all these different types of things that your body doesn't understand, right? And it could cause harm, right? It can cause danger, obviously. It can hurt different things inside your system, which if you just drink sugar and ate sugar, it would just be sugar inside your body. Your body understands it as sugar. It's either fructose or I think it's sucrose. Yeah, I'm pretty sure it's sucrose, ladies and gentlemen. But your body's going to see that sugar as a sugar. It's going to see it as a carb. It's going to see 1 gram is 4 calories, and that's what it's going to digest it as, okay? Whenever it sees a foreign object as a non-caloric, artificially sweetened object, a foreign object coming inside the body, then it doesn't know what to do. It's confused, trying to calculate what the hell this is, right? All it knows is that it is sweet. So let's bump up insulin and see what happens. Whenever we see sugar free, we tend to always lean in that direction. I don't know why, right? And it's always been, and I grew up this way. This is how like I've been learning as a kid, going into my teen years and all this other stuff. Sugar free is always better, right? Fat free is always better. Like anything that is blank free seems to be better. High protein seems to be better. Even if that high protein is extremely processed, it says high protein. So it must be high protein. It must be good. I remember Coach Matt saying I need to have a high source of protein with every meal. So I'm going to get that. They get it. And just like if you go check out any frozen burger patties in the freezer aisle, you will see that it has trans fat. Now, why does it have trans fat? If this lean beef has 15 grams, 20 grams of protein per one patty, check the fats. It's going to have a lot of fat in it. And it's also going to have trans fat. And I figured this out because I went to go look for it. And I always check nutrition facts because I want to be aware with what I'm getting, what I'm going to be consuming, and if it's, it has value for myself, if it's going to give value to me. Now, I'm not saying don't go out there and don't purchase these things. I just want you to be aware of what it is that you are doing. What are you consuming? How much of it are you consuming? Is this artificial sweetener majority of your day? Are you consuming this on a regular basis? And yes, it's not giving you the calories, but what do you do this for? You do this for health first. You do this for health first, and then you focus on, because your body's always going to get to your health first. Your body's always trying to make sure your health is in the best situation possible for you to perform and get results that you want. If it's weight loss, fat loss, muscle growth, performance, athletic performance, whatever it is, your body's going to want to give that to you after it takes care of its health first, because your health is crucial. It is what it is. It's the foundation of your entire life. It's the foundation of who you are. It's the foundation of your growth, foundation of everything. So your body's always going to prioritize that first. That's why you should also prioritize it as well by taking the time to understand what these things are that you consume. Is majority of your day filled with processed foods? Is it filled with artificial sweeteners? Is it filled with artificial, highly processed crap? Or does 80%, 85% of your day filled with good foods, high dense nutritional foods that actually give your body something to actually work and perform on, to perform with? Is that something that your body has? Then the other 15%, the other 20%, you can utilize for all that other stuff. You can utilize for your artificial sweeteners. You can utilize for all this other crap. If you are having your tea with dinner and you want to put an artificial sweetener because you don't want to put regular sugar because you just don't want to have that inside your body, there's nothing wrong with that. Nothing wrong with that at all. I do that and it's okay. But if you're artificial, that's not artificial, that is the whole word combined, ladies and gentlemen. Put it together, artificial. If you have artificial sweetener for your tea, for this other drink, for ice cream that you eat, for these cookies that you have, for the soda over here, soda over there, and majority of your day is filled with that, then you need to pay attention to what's going on. Yes, you're not eating the calories because they are non-caloric artificial sweeteners, but what is it that you're consuming? What is it doing to your body? Do you still get the same reactions as regular sugar? Like, are you still getting these things? And yes, fruit has sugar. And yes, you could say it is natural sugar because it's inside of the fruit. But then you have all these other things called GMOs where it's genetically mutated. Certain things like cotton candy freaking flavored grapes. Have you seen that crap, guys? Like I've seen it. And how does this grape become cotton candy flavored? Like how? It's because they genetically mutate it. They provide it with some sort of something to make it taste that way. And now they're adding to the fructose and they're processing it to give it some more oomph. And that oomph can be something that truly does harm your body, especially if you're eating it and you're abusing it all the time. Fructose is a natural sugar that is in fruit. And people always want to let go of fruit because it has carbohydrates. Where's the carbs coming from, guys? Do you know where it's coming from? Do you know what fructose is? Aside from fructose, do you understand the vitamins and minerals that this fruit is providing you? Do you think that's important? Do you think the antioxidants and probiotics, do you think those things are very important for your body as well? Because guess what? Vegetables got carbs too. You're going to stay away from that as well? Like, I don't understand. Yes, a French fry is going to have carbohydrates. Yes, it doesn't have as much nutritional value as as broccoli or a cup of strawberries. It doesn't have that nutritional value, but a carb is still a carb and it's still going to see it as what it is. So out of all these options, what are you going to choose? People like to take away from something else to give more over here. Have a good balance and structure of all of them. You have all those other people that want to do low carb and all this other crap. And it's like, why? What is the problem with carbohydrates? People start to learn that sugar is a carbohydrate, and then they want to make sugar-free products. And then manufacturers and people and companies want to make sugar-free because they want to get consumers to buy it because they want to live a healthy lifestyle. Sugar-free is not the problem. Sugar-free is not the issue. The lack of education and understanding how to create proper balance and give your body the high dense nutritional foods that it needs aside from what this is. There's nothing wrong with eating great food and then having ice cream after your dinner with caramel and freaking strawberries and nuts and chocolate syrup and all this other stuff. There's nothing wrong with that. But understanding that that ice cream is going to give your body almost 100 grams of sugar, which is times that by 400 calories in that one sitting. Okay, 100 grams of sugar is excessive, guys. It's probably going to give you like 40 grams, 50 grams maybe. But if you give your body that, then you need to understand that you're gonna up your intake. You just upped your intake by this many calories. Now, if you understand that and you understand and you're aware of where these things are, then you have power over where you want to be and the progress that you want to have, the results you want to create for yourself. So is sugar-free better than sugar? Is sugar better than sugar-free? Understand both of them. Look at the nutrition facts of the products that have sugar-free compared to the one that has sugar. Sugar is natural. Sugar is what is created from the earth. Stuff that comes from the earth is what creates sugar. Fructose, things in fruit have sugar, and it's fine because aside from that, you're going to have great minerals and vitamins that come from that fruit as well. Sugar-free is man-made. It's chemically designed to manipulate your body and thinking that this is non-caloric but sweet at the same time. How the hell can they do that? Like, think about how the hell this can be created. How is this even given my body? If that was the case, then they would eliminate all sugar everywhere, right? If they can find a way to create sugar-free substances, why would they have sugar in the first place? Just think about something like that. Think about something like that and then start to understand and be aware of the foods that you consume. Don't be afraid of sugar. Don't be afraid of carbohydrates. Don't be afraid of fatty acids. Don't be afraid of the saturated fat or unsaturated fat you see on soda. If you know this thing is packaged and you see that it's processed, like it's heavily processed, you check the ingredients and there's like 50 freaking ingredients just to create this one product, then you need to make a decision. It's up to you. Check the value of it, right? Check how many calories, check how many proteins, carbs, and fats are in this specific product, and see if you want to give that value inside your body. Is it valuable for you? Is it valuable for your goals? Is it valuable for your results that you want? Is it valuable for your health, your life, things that you want for your body? Is it going to give your body what it needs to perform? Like, these are things you should ask yourself, right? If you have something that you like to have, then don't be afraid to just stop having it. You can continue to have it, but fill your body up. Fill your day up, fill your plates up with majority of great foods that are nourishable and high dense and give your body what it needs. It's just that simple. Things were created. Food has evolved since day one. Since day one, food has evolved immensely, like ridiculously, insane. People before had a hard time being vegan or vegetarian because there wasn't as many options. Now there's tons of options. Keto, when it first started being this main fad, right? This main fad diet that people would always go to because people are losing 50 pounds in like 2 hours. You see that originally there wasn't as many keto things. Now you go, there's tortilla keto, there's freaking bread that's keto, there's cookies that are keto, there's ice cream that's keto. All this other stuff is keto. Why? Because when something benefits health, even if people don't understand why it's doing it or even how it's doing it, they're going to want to create more of these products so that we can buy them. That's all it is. That's all it is. So whenever you see something or whatever nutrition lifestyle that you're in right now, understand it. Be aware of the products. Be aware of the ingredients that are put inside this product to make that product what it is. And just learn about it, ladies and gentlemen. All right. I highly recommend that you go to the show notes right now and click that link that I'm going to put in there that takes you to the article that I read about NAS, which is non-caloric, artificially sweetened or sweeteners, right? And you can learn more about what the body does, what it does to your microbiome, like what it does to your gut, what it does to your body, what it does to your insulin levels, your pancreas, like what it does to all these different things inside your body when you put a foreign object inside of it that's artificial, not natural, artificial, something that's created from man, something that's created from from a machine, from scientists, from people that put chemicals together to create this thing that makes that whenever someone buys it, they can enjoy something that's sweet, but it's not sweet because it doesn't have calories in it. And it's going to take you away from focusing on sugar and put you onto over here because it's sugar free. And just because your doctor said, hey, you need to focus on your nutrition, you need to focus on your weight, you need to focus on this and that, because if you don't, you're going to become diabetic. That's going to push you from buying that sugar to then buying sugar free. But is sugar free truly better for you? Is sugar free going to have that low caloric intake to drop your calories to put you in a deficit to make sure that you are in the weight loss zone? Are these things there? Pay attention to it. Be aware of it. Ladies and gentlemen, if I taught you something today, if I brought you some value today, all I ask you is simply share it to your best friend, your gym buddy, your mom, dad, cousin, uncle, someone. The more people will get to listen to these episodes, y'all, the more lives are going to all change together. And if this episode was at all a little bit confusing, listen to it again. In the show notes, I have the email so you can reach us. People have been using it, and I that's awesome. So awesome. If you have a question specifically about the episode, email us, ask us the question, reach me out on Instagram, right? You guys know where I'm at. I put all the links down in the show notes. Check out the article, question me if you want to, clarify something if you want to. If you have a concern or something different, always reach out to us. Ask us some questions. Very simple, y'all. It's very, very, very simple. But share it to your best friend. Put it on your Instagram story. Tag us, right? Matthew_fitness_trainer. And I think pretty soon here, I will be opening up a page just for the podcast alone. But stay tuned. We will see what that's all going to be about. But ladies and gentlemen, have a great day. Have a great rest of your day. Understand food. If you have any questions, please reach out. But other than that, Coach Matt here, your host. Get out there, train hard, and live strong. Peace.